Hey folks, Mike Stoffergen with Showstopper Sequences. I wanted to do a quick little video going over the new single strand effect settings that you would use with the Showstopper spinner and the Showstopper snowflake. Anytime that there was a single strand with a single line render style, there's been some changes as of 2024.06, and I want to show you how they work. It's pretty straightforward. It's actually a pretty good improvement over how the effects look on the Showstopper spinner. All right, so what I've done is I've just created a real quick animation, and I'm going to take the single strand effect and I'm going to drop it onto the circles submodels on the Showstopper spinner. Okay, when I drop that in, I'm going to switch it over to the single line. I'm going to call up the layer settings here. Put that there. I'm going to put my model preview right there so you can see what's going on. And I'm going to change it to single line. Okay, and that's what we've got going on right now. Show you what the settings are on that. I've got 12 chases. The chase size is 2, 1.5 cycles. I can speed that up a little bit, make it look so you can see what it's doing. Okay, so uneven pattern. We're not really seeing what we used to see when we would put that on the circles on a Showstopper spinner. All right, so here are the changes that you need to make if you're doing your own sequencing. All right, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change this from the single line to the default. Okay, this is what we get now, is just a solid red. But then I want you to come over here and I want you to, on the effect settings, there's a box now. This is now called Group All Strands. It used to be Group All Arches. But you're going to click that. All right, and we're getting this kind of weird rotation going on here. All right, the reason why we're getting this weird rotation is because it's a vertical model. What that means is that the model has been rotated 90 degrees. So we're going to rotate it back, and the way we do that is in the layer settings. We're going to rotate it clockwise 90. Okay, and now we get the nice popping motion that we should get when we set our number of chases to 12. All right, if we set the number of chases to 6, it's going to use half as many. But we still get that nice popping motion that we want. All right, so to recap, if you're going to use single line and single strand effect, and use this what used to be the single line render style, you're going to change that to default. You're going to click on Group All Strands, and if the model is a vertical model, you're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Well, what if you don't know whether the model's vertical or not? Well, just start here with none. And if you get some kind of weird rotation that doesn't look right, just come up and rotate it. And you'll see if it's actually a vertical model just by the way it behaves after it's been rotated. So you don't have to go to your layout, go to the submodels menu, and look and see if the vertical model checkbox has been checked there. Now there is one exception. As I mentioned in my post, the developers have put in a little program that will basically make these changes for you on existing sequences. I'm going to be sequencing this way. As a matter of fact, my last 3 sequences, I've been using this technique so that everything works properly going forward. But you need to be doing this. There's one exception that I do want to point out. Used to be if I would set the number of chases to 11, I would get this real cool rotating wormhole. All right, so let me move this over to 11. All right, and this is what I get. It's kind of, I think it's kind of a rotating tomato. That's the best description I can give you of that thing. All right, but instead of setting the number of chases to 11, if I set it to 13, now I get my rotating wormhole again. All right, so that's a nice effect. Just remember, if you're getting the crazy tomato, that probably means you need to change the number of chases to 13. That's the one exception where it's not 100% backward compatible. The other nice thing that I will tell you about the changes that they've made is that once you get above 12, there are some other nice effects that you can get. And you can just kind of play with it when you get a number of your chases above that. So anyway, that's a recap of what you do. Pretty easy. I'll be doing it going forward. If you're doing your own sequencing, you just need to be aware of those changes to get the full features of the Showstopper spinner and the Showstopper snowflake. Thank you very much. I hope this helps you out.